The Justin Fields thing is interesting. Any sort of athletic, scrambling type of quarterback is going to be skewed upwards in this table because of that average time to throw. They're going to drag that in what looks like the wrong direction, but is essentially being warped by those scramble plays. But it's the fact that he ranks so high in average depth of target, which I think is interesting as well. And I wonder what that looks like this season when theoretically we're improving his receivers, DJ Moore coming over. We've improved the offensive line. Generally, the offense is going to have more help around Justin Fields than it had last year. Do you want him to dial that back a little bit and become more sort of league average aggression when it comes to average depth of target? Or do you actually want, look, if you're going to be a little bit more hit or miss, if you're going to have a little bit less efficiency than some of these really high-end passing quarterbacks right now, do you actually want to offset that with be aggressive so that if you hit one of these plays, if you're only hitting at a 50% rate, and obviously that's like pessimistic, but plucked out of the air, if you're only going to hit one out of every two, if that one goes for 25 yards and is a big play, that's fine. Like that actually makes sense from an efficiency standpoint.
Yeah, I think we need to see a growth in the intermediate passing game. And it's interesting. He, among starting quarterbacks, had some of the lowest attempts in the entire NFL from between 10 and 20 yards downfield, but actually graded extremely well. And his accuracy, which is not a strong suit so far in the NFL, which we'll get to in a bit, was very high on passes between 10, 20 yards downfield. But I think he just didn't have a lot of faith that his receivers were going to get open on intermediate routes. It was either wait for them to, again, kind of scramble drill and then just throw it up deep and hope that one of them comes down with the football, or you're just hoping a 9 route to begin with is going to work out. And if it doesn't, it's just going to be an incompletion to the sideline. So I think that's the biggest area for growth, and I think it is like a DJ Moore and a Chase Claypool actually understanding the offense, getting open, or him trusting them to win back shoulder stuff, or it's things towards the boundary. It's a product not just of like him wanting to do it. I think it's also a product of him trusting that the guys he's doing it with are actually capable of winning on those routes. So I do think this number will come down a good bit, but I think it has to, frankly, for the offense to look a lot better.